Hi guys, so I figured out after I filmed my whole entire YouTube video that I forgot to do an intro, so here's the intro. I'm going to be showing you how to create this glow up look in my video today, so if you are interested in watching that, keep on watching. The first step in my makeup routine is to use this Aveeno Daily Moisturizer. It has an SPF of 30 in it. But I just really like to use this because it adds a lot of moisture to my face, and my face has been really dry lately. Then on top of that, to prime, I use this Olay Regenerist Whip. I haven't used it in a while. I used to use it a lot, but it just comes in a little container like that. And I grab a small amount. I also like to bring this down my neck. Then before I apply my foundation, I'm going to take this concealer. It's the Instant Age Rewind in the shade 100. Looks like this. And I'm just going to apply that on some of my problem areas over here before I put my foundation. And then I just blend that into the skin with my finger. The foundation that I'm going to use today is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 112. Looks like this. And then I just put it on my little glass palette I have. And I use my Beauty Blender. I put about this much. I may not even use all of it. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. This foundation I would say is medium coverage. I don't think it even says on the bottle. Yeah, I don't see where it says on here, but I would say that it's medium coverage. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't want to miss a beat. And on we'll go. And then I take whatever's left over on my Beauty Blender and just go over my eyes really gently. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Now I'm going to take my powder. This is the L'Oreal Paris True Match. And I have the shade Light Ivory W12. And I use a big fluffy brush of my own instead of the applicator that it comes with. I just use this to set the foundation in place. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no. Next, I'm going to contour. And I'm going to be using this, it doesn't have a glitter, this palette today. I haven't used this one in a while, but this used to be one of my favorites. So I'll be using this shade, and I use a slanted brush like this to apply it. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. And I just take it like this, and then I blend in circular motions to make it more like a bronzer instead of contour. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no. I also put this on my forehead. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. And then I just put a little bit
under here. Next, I'm gonna take the top of the Too Faced Christmas House Party, Christmas Cookie Party palette, and I'm gonna take the shade in the middle right here for my blush, and I'm gonna take another big fluffy brush to apply it. And I take my blush from the apple of my cheek all the way back.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls.
I also take whatever's left over on the brush and I go over the end of my nose just a little bit. Next, I'm going to do my highlight. I'm going to use the Master Chrome Maybelline highlight, and this is in the shade 050 Rose Gold Molten. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
And I take it in an L shape right here. So I just brush it here and then brush whatever is left up top. Like that. And I'm also going to put it on the end of my nose. And I take a smaller brush like this to do my upper lip. Just like that. And I also use it to do the bridge of my nose. So the next step is to do my brows. So I was originally using a pencil, but my pencil, I used it all and I don't have a new one. So I've just been going back to what I used to do, which is to use this palette. This is a really old palette. I don't even know. It was by Glam & Beauty. I don't really use it. I just use the one shade for my brows. So I take this brown shade right here, and I'm going to take this flat little tiny brush, and I'm just going to fill in my brows with it.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't.
And I will clean it up at the end with my concealer. And then at the front, I just, like I just did, I just go up some like this, and then I take the rest and brush it in like that.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
Then when I'm done putting the color in, I take this little flat brush and I go back in with that concealer. So I take this little tiny flat brush and I only conceal the bottom part. I used to do like the bottom and the top, but I found that I really like just doing the bottom. So I just take this. I'm going to use a mirror so I can see better. But I just take this and just make a line underneath and then blend it out.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting.
And then I do the exact same thing on the other side.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
So this is what they look like when they're done. And I also take a little spoolie brush and just brush them out after I finish doing that.
Finding life along the way, melodies we have.
Okay, then I take my concealer again and I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun translucent powder so that I can set my eyes before I do my eyeshadow. So I just do a little bit, and then I take my beauty blender and just take the tip and smooth it out.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
And then with this little tiny brush like this, I take that translucent powder and just pat it on my eye just to set that in place before I put my eyeshadows on.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
The eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is my Baby Got Peach palette from ColourPop. Looks like this. And I'm going to be taking this fluffy brush to apply my first shade. So the first shade I'm going to use is this one. And I'm going to put that right in my, like right above my crease. I always like to put a shade like this above the crease before I put my crease shade, just so that it adds more dimension, so it's not just a crease shade and then an inner corner, it's more than that. And I don't use a lot, and I just sweep it back and forth.
Finding life along the way, melodies.
Just like that. Then I'm gonna take this orange shade. It kind of comes off not the same as on the palette, but this kind of orangey pink shade down at the bottom. It's called Ochre. And that is going to go right in the crease and a little bit further. So it's going to go on the lid and in the crease.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
So I like to pat the color on and then blend it out.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
I'm going to show you guys how to do this on one eye, and then I'm going to do the other eye off camera so that it doesn't take as long. So that's how I want to leave it. I'm not going to do it any darker. And then I'm going to add another shade just on my lid, just in this very outer corner, just to deepen it up some. And I'm going to use a tiny little, let me see, brush like this, and I'm going to go into this brown that says Half Baked, but this brown at the very bottom. And like I said, I'm just going to apply that in the very outer corner just to deepen this area up a little bit.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
And I just keep building it up and like just sweeping back and forth over it.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
So that's as dark as I'm gonna do this outer corner. Then for my inner shade, I think I'm gonna take this color at the bottom. It's called Ready or Yacht, and I'm just gonna take it on my index finger and I blow it off just because the glitter should sometimes have a little bit of fallout and it'll get all over your face. So I just take it like that. And I take it to a little bit past the center. And I just press it in, and then when I'm done with that, I go back in with this and whatever's left over on the brush already. I just take it and go lightly over that little line so that it's not a straight line between your glitter and your matte eyeshadows. I like to make sure that it's blended really well right there. And then for underneath, I'm going to take this flat little brush like this, and I'm going to go in with that brown shade that I used in the outer corner. I'm going to take that brown shade on the brush, and then I'm just gonna smoke it out.
Finding life along the way, melodies we have.
And when I smoke it out, I bring it and match it up with the top too.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
Next is the mascara. So the mascara I'm going to use today is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is just a little travel size that I had gotten with another palette.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
And I have really short eyelashes, so I have to curl mine really tight, and sometimes it makes my eyes water really bad. Try not to mess my makeup up, but I curl mine really tight to make sure that it looks like I have eyelashes when I'm doing my makeup. So I get as close to the lash line as possible to curl. I'll have to fix some of this underneath because my eye keeps watering. So I'm going to just take my mascara, and I like to hold my mirror down like underneath me and look down to do it so that I can really pull my eyelashes up without getting it all over my lid.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls.
So that is, I'll move a little closer. So that's what my eyelashes look like. And then I also do the bottom, so I'll go ahead and do that real quick.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
So it's all on the bottom, and just to fix like where my eyes started watering, I can just take my beauty blender and whatever was left on the bottom and just lightly tap under there without messing anything up. So this is the completed eye. I'm going to go ahead and quickly go off camera and do the other one, and I will be right back. I'm back now with both of my eyes done. So the last step in this look is to do my lips. So I'm going to be using 3 different colors, and I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to do a technique that I've done before. And I'm going to take this darker matte shade. It's in the shade Dark and Stormy, and this one is from Flower. And I'm going to line my lips with that. I don't have a lip liner, so I just use a matte lipstick that I have as a liner. Then for like the inner part of my lip, I'm going to use this matte lip lacquer from Broadway Colors in the shade 04 Pink Drop. And then to put on the top, I would put a gloss, and so I'm going to use this one from Wet n Wild. It's the Aquarius shade, and it's just this pink glittery shade. So I'm going to take this color first, and I just take a flat slanted brush to get around the curves of my lip. I'm going to use my mirror again. I'll try to get a little closer so you can see better.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
And I also, when I do it, I like to taper the darker outline shade in some, just so that it will blend with that lighter shade better.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
Then I'm going to go in with that light shade that I was talking about, and I just apply that like this.
Finding life along the way,
And then I just mix them together, and at first it looks a little crazy, but blend it out and get your gloss shade on. It looks a lot better. So now I'm going to take that gloss shade.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
And I put it all over.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't.
And then I just do that with my lips just to let all the colors blend really evenly. So this is the final look. Oh, set this back up some. So this is the final look. This is just an everyday look for me, or even just on special occasions. I use these types of shades, the orangey shades, a lot, or I use the neutral like brown shades. But this is the look that I created today. So I really hope you enjoyed, and if you will leave a comment down below any ideas or anything that you would like to see from me, please hit the like button, and if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.